For more on how this could affect the case, we are now joined by legal analyst and trial attorney Misty Marris. Misty, thanks for taking the time tonight. And I do want to start with where you stand on this. Was demolishing the home a mistake, and why?
Yeah, I think it was a big mistake. And I was actually really surprised that you didn't hear objections from the prosecution or the defense on that front. And the biggest reason, look, there's hundreds of reasons why it maybe should be available through the trial. But to me, the primary reason is that it gives the opportunity for the prosecution or the defense to request a jury site visit. Now, we know prosecutors in a statement said the house was altered so much that it's unlikely that a site visit would have been permitted. However, those are always arguable points, Natasha. And to my opinion on it is that structure of the house, the logistics, where the rooms are located, the staircases, all of that is really, really critical to many of the unanswered questions about how this happened. And it could potentially be very, very relevant when the trial comes. So to demolish it now and not just wait those months, it's not like there was a safety risk or some other hazardous issue. It just seems imprudent, quite frankly.
Yeah, Misty, I'm so glad you're bringing this up, because it was a weird house with a weird layout. And when I think about strange properties, I think about the Alec Murdaugh trial as well. And to your point, even if the home has been altered from its original state in 2022, help us understand, what is the value in a jury visit? And in cases like the Murdaugh trial, what difference can it make for a jury?
The jury can actually visualize where this occurred. And so the issue that you just brought up, Natasha, the alterations, it could be an argument that might be raised before the judge. The defense might say, look, it's prejudicial. The house does not look the same anymore. And then they would go back and forth about prejudice versus probative value. That's the analysis that a judge would make. But to eliminate that possibility, because now that the house is gone, it's gone. But a site visit, especially in a case like this, 3 floors, 2 murdered on the 3rd floor, 2 murdered on the 2nd floor, and then an exit on the 1st floor. It's very, very, the prosecution's case is going to rely heavily on how that could actually be accomplished in this time frame. And look, let's say the defense case raises, let's say one of the defenses is, this could not be done by one person. It's not logistically feasible. Well, then going into that house and showing that why it could or could not be is so critically important. And for the jury to actually see that, it's much, much different than a 3D rendering or a photograph. And in Murdaugh, as we covered that case together, that visit to the site explained a lot about the location where the murders occurred and spatially from the house, answered a lot of questions for juries. And I think in this case, the house, the structure of the house, that's really the critical part that could really be beneficial for the jurors to see when deliberating and making a determination for both sides, not just the prosecution, the defense as well. So I was surprised there weren't objections, and that possibility was not left open for trial.
Okay, Misty Marris, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.